So we'll be continuing with 7.1, adding and subtracting polynomials. And then when you're adding and subtracting polynomials, regardless of whether you use either the line method or the long form method, you could also call it like horizontal method and the vertical method. The key to adding and subtracting polynomials is to combine like terms. That's always the key to adding and subtracting polynomials. So for my example here, I have negative 4x plus 9. Just as a quick review, that's a binomial. There's two terms. The degree is 1. The leading coefficient is negative 4. And we're adding on to that another binomial, 6x minus 14, where for this binomial, the degree is 1, and then the leading coefficient is 6. But here's what we could do. We're adding the second binomial to the first binomial, so we could just get rid of the parentheses. Just make it negative 4x plus 9 plus 6x minus 14. The method that I'm using right now is either the line method or the horizontal method. I'm just writing everything on one line in my paper, even though I don't technically have lines. Then I want to look for like terms, negative 4x. So the term there has an x in it, and the x is to the first power, or the degree is 1. So the only thing that you could add to that is a like term, another x term to the first power. So negative 4x plus 6x. You add the coefficients. Negative 4 plus 6 is 2. So it's 2x. And then maybe you keep track of things. Adding these two polynomials is not too bad because there's only a total of 4 terms, but once we start adding and subtracting like multiple term polynomials that have more terms than 2 each, might be a little bit harder to keep track of things. So I'm just going to cross these out because we've already used them. And then 9 and negative 14 are like terms. Those are constants. 9 plus negative 14 or 9 minus 14 is negative 5. 2x minus 5. Really, I also want to put my polynomial, that's the sum in this case, after we add the two polynomials in standard form. The directions would just be to either simplify or add or subtract, but that also implies that your polynomial is in standard form, and this polynomial is in standard form. I said you could use the line method or you could use the column method, which is the vertical method. So another way to add these two polynomials is negative 4x plus 9, that's the first polynomial, plus 6x minus 14. This is the vertical method, or what I also refer to as a column method, and it's the exact same problem. Negative 4x plus 6x is 2x. 9 plus negative 14, or 9 minus 14, is still negative 5. So either way that you do it, you get the same result. And for the second example, again, we want to look for some like terms here. You want to be extra careful when you're subtracting polynomials because you're subtracting the second polynomial or binomial from the first binomial. So you're subtracting all the terms of the second polynomial from the first polynomial. If I use the line method or the horizontal method, here's what you need to do. Technically, besides a negative being in front of the second polynomial, it's a negative 1. So you need to distribute that negative 1 to each term of the second polynomial. Keep the first polynomial exactly the same. The only thing that's in front of the first polynomial is really a 1, so that doesn't change it. G minus 4, and then negative 1 times 3g is negative 3g. Negative 1 times negative 6 is positive 6. And then we can combine like terms. G minus 3g. These are like terms. This is 1g. So 1g minus 3g is negative 2g. Like on the last example, I'm going to cross those out since I've used those. And then negative 4 plus 6. Those are like terms. Negative 4 plus 6 is positive 2. This is already in standard form, so we're good to go, or we're in good shape here.